show up. I am going to be passing around this piece of paper. It is a sign-up sheet. Please feel free to sign your name and your information on there, specifically your phone number, email address, so that we have that going forward. So we'll just give it a couple minutes and wait for a few more people to strangle in, and then we'll get started. I don't know any good jokes. I just know bad jokes, so maybe try it.
This is one. Yep, thanks.
Ending of construction? Nah.
Well, this year.
Not in St. Paul.
For the heavy construction should be done. So hurry it.
Yes. Just prior to getting started, we do have one issue that was brought up prior to the meeting, and I thought I'd get it out in the agenda. Mr. Hostel had asked me earlier today, and he asked me previously today, if it was okay if we videotaped this meeting. We're not required to do so, but I guess we'll leave it up to the committee members. And how I phrased it, Ms. Hostel, was if the committee feels that they're not comfortable with it, then we won't allow it. Or if the committee's fine with it, then we'll allow it. For this meeting, after this, I'm going to talk with the executive committee CRC board. It's just something I got to run past now. But there it is, that's on the table. So if there's any, hang on a second, if there's any committee members that have an opinion on this matter?
I guess I'd like to understand what the purpose of the videotaping is.
You'd have to ask them. I have no idea.
I
Bill,
don't-
you want to shoot out?
I don't care for it.
Bill, do you want to explain the purpose of it?
You do remember, I asked you 3 weeks ago.
Yep. No, he didn't.
It was
And I
3 weeks
just-
ago.
Yeah, no, I don't. Absolutely, it's on me, and that's why we're bringing it up at this point.
Okay. What you're about to embark on is very important, and it is a public meeting, and we're talking about a very large sum of public dollars being discussed here. There's probably a lot of people that would like to attend a meeting such as this, and they're not able to. So this would be a way for people at home to view what's going on.
I'll take minutes. I mean, we'll have minutes of the meeting.
Minutes don't capture, city council meetings are filmed. I mean, it's,
Yeah, but don't compare us to the city council. We're not. We are not a public agency, and we're not required by the open meeting laws.
the city council called for this organization's creation.
It's a different entity. Chris?
I think it's a great opportunity to be transparent, and also if it brings more interest to what the Capital Council does, I think it's a really great idea.
Okay. Any other thoughts from the committee members?
Would this plan to be broadcast or anything like that?
Yeah, perhaps on a forum like YouTube.
Okay.
I would agree, it's good for people that can't come. I know people that can't come today, and they would very much like to see.
Well, and I will talk about, today, we're not necessarily talking so much about the ballpark from an input standpoint. We're just kind of talking about how this committee was formed and what our roles and responsibilities are. So, other comments from the committee? Thank you for speaking up, by the way.
Well, I just don't see the purpose of it. We have nothing to say. We have no proposals. We have nothing. We're just forming and storming. So I would propose that if you want to do it, I would suggest that we wait till we have something substantial to share with anyone.
Well, this is the
Is this
foundation.
a public meeting?
This is the foundation
So the
of the
public is
future.
invited to come.
Hold on, but
Okay.
maybe we'll set a little ground rule here. In order for speaking in this group, I prefer that you raise your hand and I'll address the person, and then from there we'll go. If we have conversations that go back and forth, we'll lose control and it'll last forever and ever. Please.
If it's going to hinder collaboration and going to limit people to what they're going to talk about because they're afraid that it's going to be videotaped, is that something that we need to be thinking about?
It's a point you can make, yes.
So,
Phil?
Well, when one volunteers to be on a committee such as this, everything they say, there should be nothing you would say that you wouldn't want anybody anywhere to hear. So why would there be a concern about people at home hearing what you're saying tonight or in 2 weeks or next month?
Other committee members, Jim?
I guess I'd have less concern about the entirety of it being broadcast and more of somebody editing it in certain ways to show people in tactfully unflattering lights or to make a particular point. If this was part of a city council video recording and broadcast, those are streamed live and those are public meetings, and when if this was part of the charter of this organization, that we were going to do something like this, when we knew about it ahead of time and people signed up for it, with that full understanding, I'd feel more comfortable. Making a decision like that today seems a little, and again, a surprise to anybody who might have signed up for this.
Right. Chris, you had your hand up. And
Yeah.
I really, I gotta talk, we can't spend 40 minutes talking about this. There's a lot to get through.
But I'm just concerned about the duty of this organization to its constituents. I know that each board member here has a duty to report to their constituents, and so I just think that in itself supports the idea of videotape.
Oh, yep.
Since Mr. what's the name Hoskell brought it up to you 3 weeks ago,
And this is my error. He brought it up to
It's not
me
mine.
in passing and after our last board meeting, and I had a number of people bringing up a lot of ideas related to this, and I forgot. It's absolutely 100% on me.
so now we're at the point of making a decision.
Well, for this meeting is what we're gonna make a decision for. Going forward, I'm gonna bring it to the executive committee of the Capital River Council and ask for their opinion on the matter. And this has come up in other district council meetings before. Yeah, wait. I'm sorry, I'll learn all the names, but
My name is Chuck.
I don't-
Who's going to own the video?
I would assume that person with the camera over there.
Introduce
Who's that
yourself.
person with the
I'm
camera?
Bill, yeah, I'm Bill Hager.
And who are you? I mean,
Stand up, yeah, stand up. Tell people who you are, where you live, what do you do?
Well, yeah, I'm just a freelance film guy, and Bill contacted me a little bit ago, so I've just been helping out with videos. So,
St. Paul resident,
yeah, I just moved down here.
from Woodbury,
Mhm.
gained Southern.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Woodbury.
So welcome to St. Paul.
Yeah, great so far. Well,
Please.
To make a suggestion, I'd rather not have this one video because there's no purpose, there's no information other than what the role and responsibility of the committee is. I'd like to hear from your executive council in terms of what their input is, and at that point in time, we'll decide on video or no video. That's a suggestion.
Okay. Bill, last word.
I guess in this day and age, any committee that one attends or becomes a member of, you should never not assume things are not being recorded. As Mitt Romney learned 2 months ago when he mentioned 47%.
I think it's a bit of a stretch to compare us to
No, I mean, that's
the Republican candidate for the office of the President of the United States and the Capital River Council of downtown St. Paul. It's a bit of a stretch.
No, but that's an example of, though, we never know when people are recording things at meetings. I mean,
Sure. I
And this
could
is
have a
public-
recording device in my pocket that no one would be aware of. I mean, we could go around in the table for many, many hours
Yeah.
and not get to this.
But again, is this a public meeting, and if the people in the audience see a value in this,
You see a value, I don't see the value.
Well, is
Ask
someone
other
taking
people.
minutes?
We will take
Well,
minutes.
That's public record.
Yeah.
That's a typical one.
We can simply hold a vote if we want to do that, or I can just make a decision as chair and it'd be less problematic for
Let's
the
vote
members.
on it.
Okay, and the vote would then be contained to the committee members? Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yep,
Is this, so this doesn't preclude for future meetings that we have
Not at all.
video?
Right.
what we're gonna do between now and our next meeting is I will go to the Capital River Council Executive Committee and have them decide on it.
And is there a board meeting for the Capital River Council between now and our next meeting? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, being that we've discussed it immensely, for those members of the committee, and let's do this first. If you're a member of the committee, raise your hand. Those will be the individuals voting on this. For those in favor of allowing the videotape, please raise your hand. 2. For those opposed? More than 2. Okay. Bill, for this meeting,
I'll pack up, yeah.
we're not gonna allow it, and